Hello everyone, hope you are doing well. So here we have our directions for questions. So the direction says about the text that the passage below is accompanied by a set of questions. Choose the best answer to each question. So look at the text, and if you read the text, you would get the idea about it, that this text gives the information about plenty of evidence that medieval parents did their best to nurture their children and spend time with them, isn't it? When medieval women described past events, they often mentioned the infant they were holding at the time, as when Gulimete clergy, right? Gulimete clerk told the Inquisition how she was standing in the square at Montello with my little daughter in my arms. So even Savonarola told women to play with their babies, and his suggestions are timeless ones. Dangle an interesting object so that he follows it with his eyes, move his arms around and tickle him. So, or lift him to his feet. And you can talk about that. Uh, Gently bounce him. Ideally, you would find out that the child's environment should be stimulating one with interesting pictures and colorful clothes. And although few medieval baby toys have survived, we know that rattles were sometimes tied to cradles. Now, on the basis of the text, you would draw the idea that this whole text is indicating about medieval parents and also indicating about the means, modern days parents. So what do we draw here? There is a comparison between these two generation or these two era, and on the basis of that, if you look into it, at the end of the passage, it is given that what medieval parents took good care of their children, just as we do today, right? So this is the conclusion which you find out here. Now look into the question what has been asked here. Which of the following, if true, most strengthens? Please to observe the discourse marker that called as a most strengthens the argument that medieval parents were concerned about stimulating their children's cognitive development. Now, we need to identify one of the options which will strengthen or support the idea that medieval parents were concerned about stimulating or strengthening their children's cognitive development. Now, look into the option. The first option say medieval parents sometimes used ancient books as teaching aids. Second, if you look into it, medieval parents often took their children to the local church to engage in intellectual discussions. Third, medieval manuscripts reveal that parents wanted to educate their children through storytelling and reading. And the fourth one said medieval parents used traditional methods to entertain their children. Now, on the basis of these four options, if you look into it, the first option, medieval parents sometimes used ancient books as teaching aids, right? So this option suggests the use of books, the use of books, but doesn't directly address cognitive development, which is necessary here to support the argument. Cognitive development, isn't it? Using books as teaching supports could involve a range of subjects, not necessarily cognitive development. So therefore, you could consider that option one can be eliminated here, right? Now, moving to the next one. Just a minute. Yeah. So the next one would be second, medieval parents often took their children to the local church to engage in intellectual discussion. So option two also is incorrect because of the region called as a, this option mentions intellectual discussion. It doesn't specifically link to cognitive development. Also, taking children to church for intellectual discussion has a certain religious context involved, isn't it? It is nothing but indicating to the religious context. So on the basis of that, we also eliminate this option. So as we find out that option one and two both are eliminated because of the region called as a books, and another one is referring as a intellectual discussion or religious discussion, but have not given any kind of idea related to the cognitive discussion development. Look into the option 3. What does option 3 stated? Medieval manuscripts reveal their parents wanted to educate their children through storytelling and reading. Now, look into this particular option. So, if you look into the option 3, it directly relates to educating what? Educating children. Educating children. Educating children through storytelling and you can say reading, which is a strong indicator of what? Indicator of cognitive cognitive development. Storytelling and reading are activities that actually strengthen cognitive growth. So hence you can find out option 3 is the best option. Look into the option 4. It medieval parents use traditional methods to entertain their children. So option 4 talks about traditional methods or entertainment, but does not actually specify, right, their impact on cognitive development. It's too uh, vague. It's too vague. It's too vague to strengthen the argument. In this context. Hence, you can say that option 4 is incorrect. So 1, 2, 4, these three options are eliminated with the different regions which are not currently related to the means region of cognitive development. So you can find out option 3, which is a suitable one, which is helping us to uh, point out about cognitive development and giving a kind of a supporting idea to it. I hope you understood this. That's all. Thank you.